Hey guys, time for another video. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and, well, maybe more like 9:30. And we had a frost last night, frosted over everything here. But I want to show you the outbuildings because I am having a group of people over today, and the buildings are all ready and they're all set up, and tomorrow they will be occupied. So I'm taking you in today. This is the she shed. So this is outside of my house. I have this darling she shed. And this was once a wedding chapel, a gingerbread house, a bakery. It has been, an antique shop. It has been a little bit of everything. And when I moved in, it was a bunch of shelves and some glass stuff. Ooh, ooh. You know, those spiders, they just take up residence whenever they want. We're going to get rid of that. So anyway, this is a beautiful shed. I decided to turn it into a sleeping area, and it's so much fun. I have the windows open. I think that the person who is going to come here tonight would appreciate me closing the window, and because it is cold. We have mouse traps to remove because we don't want mice. Oh, and I've got a little bit of cleanup now because I closed that window. So I'm going to have to clean this up before she gets here. But I have this made with flannel sheets, and I made this comforter. I went ahead and stenciled this pattern, and then I made curtains out of it. Had fabric made and made 10 curtains for the place. This she shed was made in 1863. And isn't it adorable? I mean, look at the ceiling. When we moved in, the ceiling was all covered with some kind of other board. And it actually was a place where the mice wanted to live because it was nice and warm up there inside the insulation. So we pulled that all out to make this not mice friendly. And up here I have some bird houses. And then we have a beautiful desk right here. I picked this up years ago at Brimfield. It was from my beach house. This is before I bought this house. So this color is one of my favorite colors, this aqua color. It's like the ocean. And so I ended up painting this that color, but then brought in the orangey rust color to make it really work for fall. Fall is kind of the time when someone is apt to stay in here. Sometimes Tom and I like to stay in here. And then we have some primitive pictures in here just to give that primitive look, of course. This very cool table. Hydrangeas drying from the garden. And another one of those portraits up there. So this is a great writer's place, right, Doris? This would be great for writers. And it's just a beautiful space. When you open the windows, you get this nice cross breeze. We actually have a heater in here, so that's going to make her happy. She's going to need that, especially tonight, which is the night she's staying. And then we have a little porta potty. So it's like a lovable loo. And this is just pretty cool. All right, let's go look at the other things. Then I'm going to have to come back and clean this before she gets here. All right. So we're coming through. You can see this is where the house is. And the parking lot is to my back. So the guest room master is that big part that's jetting out on the left. The part in the middle is the living room. And this right here is the front. That's the 1780s part of the house built as a cape. And then later a little dormer was put on there, which contains 2 closets and a bathroom. And 2 bedrooms are in the cape part of the old house upstairs. And then one of the other bedrooms is downstairs. So that's how it works. And then the kitchens jet out the other way. There's lots of jetting out here in this place. I'm going to take you into the barn because the barn is so absolutely fantastic. I mean, so my brother is a YouTuber and he lives in California, and he came out yesterday. He landed not that long ago, and he's got his thin California blood. And so we have new stuff in the barn. Let's see what's going on here. Last week, the barn was set up full of tables, and we had the meet and greet in here. And how lucky am I to have a barn for this? The band was up there. Now today, we've moved the tables out. Well, we moved them to the front so that the retreat people can eat on the tables. Unfortunately, it is so freezing right now. And we made a circle of chairs for all the people that are going to be here. And this is our new acquired purchase from Facebook Marketplace. It's a Vermont Castings pellet stove, and it's so gorgeous. I mean, isn't it beautiful? But it doesn't blow, it confections, so it, kind of pumps in and heats the air, which of course, a place like this, with a ceiling like this, oh my, that's not gonna help a whole lot. So Tom's thinking about that one. We'll be thinking about that for quite a while. We do have to bring some insulation into this barn. But this is where Paul was gonna sit with his group. And I'll tell you right now, that's not going to happen today. So they're going to be sitting in the house. But this is my barn. It's huge. It's wonderful. I have it all set up here. Like, this is where I do food a lot of times. If I do soup, I can plug it in to the outlets behind it. We made this cage bar in here, and I love it. Thank you, Cousin Russ, for helping. It's just wonderful. If you go to the back of the cage bar, you'll see I have a refrigerator, and this is just party central, and a cupboard to keep things in, cups and everything else. And then we do use this for plates and cups and other things. I have a lot of things in the barn that mice can't get into. Very, very important, because a barn will have mice. And then we set a lot of mouse traps around. Now, the problem we had for the last 7 years was it was so annoying. We had bats in here, and we finally got rid of the bats. And thank goodness, because now I could turn the barn into the place it should be. So we are trying to seek approval now to get events approved in here, because it's a perfect place for events. So that's my barn. It is freezing in here. These people are definitely not going to be sitting in here. I can tell you that right now. My brother, so this is his second retreat he's done here. And he lives in California, so he's very used to the warm weather, right? And his blood has thinned. And then he gets these retreats for people on the East Coast. And he comes out, and last time he came out, it was the first weekend in November, and we had like this total cold spell. It was like 20 below. It was crazy. And we had people sleeping out here in the barn and the camp room, and it just, no amount of heat was making up for the cold, windy place that we had. All right, so that's where I have storage. That's actually under the stage. The art in the barn is Russian folk art from when this was the Russian bear way back when, in the 1927 to 1947. So, all right, this is the back part of the barn where the animals were. We have a refrigerator here, and we also have I need Tom to do something about this. We also have a potty in there. We won't be using that because right now we have a porta-john, so we're just going to go ahead and use that. This is the bunk room, and I can't turn a light on for you right now. Tom has to come in here and I don't know where he is. He has to come in here and patch up these windows because else this poor guy's going to freeze. And we have, originally, I just wanted to do yoga classes in here. And then COVID hit, and then I decided to turn it into a bunk room. Now it's kind of a bunk room yoga studio. And I really love it. It's so cool. It's very boho. So this room is not primitive, but I did bring the primitive charm in there with some of the portraits. So it's a super fun room. And this is in the back part of the barn. Now, I noticed that I'm starting to run out of battery, of course. So I'm going to just take you through the rest nice and quick. We're building a shower here. We like outdoor showers. We're building an extra one. This is the shower we've been using. And this is the room. I don't know what it looks like right now because Tom is sleeping in here with the dogs. It's a very cool room. That bed is full of stuff I didn't sell at the sample sale. So we just threw it in here, and then Tom has been sleeping in that bed. I was going to come in here, but apparently a groundhog or something went under this thing and died. And so there is a smell here right now. Fortunately, no one besides Tom is sleeping in here. But I have some really cool antiques in this room. We've insulated as much as we could. We've insulated the ceiling, and we use this metal on the ceiling. The windows close, and it's got hardwood floors, not the kind you'd have in a house. But yeah, you know what? This smell is so bad that I can't. It is possible that there's a family of groundhogs living under there. I don't know. But right now, thank goodness we didn't rent that room out because yikes. All right, so we're coming out of there. We're coming back up toward the front of the barn. We have a fire pit. And yeah, we sit at that maybe once a year. And I've got a porta potty up there, and this is basically the layout of the land. So the house, the barn's down here. The barn and the house all told are 6,000 square feet, which is why I have been running nonstop, cleaning and setting up rooms for the last few months. It's been a lot, guys. Everything's set up. I didn't plan on a groundhog going under my room and dying. That was not planned. So, if you walk around this way, because you already got the tour of the outside, but this side of the barn is where the chickens are and the garden. And let's look at the back side of the house right here. So we have the back side of the house is, that's the kitchen and 2 beds. I mean, 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom there. So that's the other place where it jets out. It's a beautiful morning. It's a very, very cold fall morning. The colors are absolutely gorgeous. A lot of the leaves have fallen off the trees already. You can actually watch them fall. When I stand in the shower in the morning, and yes, I did take a hot shower outside this morning. I don't know what it is about November outdoor showers in the cold, but it reminds me of camping. And camping in October by the fall colors in the mountains, in the White Mountains. So look how pretty that is. Oh, those grasses are gorgeous with the light hitting them. Oh, it's prettier than I can actually capture in video. So it's almost like I'm on vacation when I take a shower. It's this moment of connection with nature that you don't often get. So that is why I've been taking showers. It's going to get too cold in the next couple weeks and the hose will freeze and I won't be able to take showers. But you can see the outside of the barn. We have 2 barn doors that slide, open up. It's very, very pretty when you let that breeze go through the barn. We did cover up the windows yesterday because it's that cold. It's so cold, nothing is hitting that. The color of the barn and the shed are black bean soup. And the color of the house is Randolph Stone, both Benjamin Moore, and Guilford Green around the windows. And then black bean soup around the shutters. So those are the colors of the house. Everything is fall, everything is autumn. I'm going to head back into the house, publish this video for you. Again, another very informal tour, but this is my whole place. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to publish that. Then I have to go to the grocery store because I have a whole bunch of people to feed for the next 3 days, and I got a plan. And here you see my witches. I have, this is so handy because I close that off. I'm so glad I did this. I'll never be sorry that I did this. I close this off, and whenever stuff comes, it goes into my office, and it just is crowded. So, okay, we're in my office now. I'm gonna put this up for you. I'll see you later.